Okay, this video is going to show you how to work the polarity in your feet. So at the bottom of the foot, in here, you've got kidney 1, and that's what we're going to work. So just bringing your leg up as comfortably as you can, you're going to start to tap the foot. So if you were ticklish, you would just do this off the body, also known as in the field, in your energy field. And I'm going to start to laugh and make funny sounds because I can really feel the energy already kind of moving through that body and coming up the kidney meridian. Okay. Then I want you just to flip your hand over, so back and front, back and front, back and front. However you want, you could curl the fingers up like that. That would work too. And then start to figure 8. And it is as if I am in the wave of energy coming out of my foot, and I can feel that moving all around. So it's important to have kidney 1, the first point on the kidney meridian, open so that you can absorb energy from the earth. This will help the polarity throughout your whole body, but it will also help the polarity of your cells. And that's the most important thing. When we get an illness, the cells have lost their polarity. So we want to make sure that they are nice and strong and healthy, and the community around them has not lost the polarity. So when the community around them is nice and strong, they will work to correct the polarity of the cells that are unhealthy. This is fundamental. It's so important for our energetic health, so things don't manifest in the physical body. And if things have manifested in the physical body, even more so, to start to work the polarity. So an alternative to this, which would be good, is just having your feet on Gaia, on Earth. Okay. And you just want to make sure that you clean your hands afterwards. They've worked as little tools, so it's really important that we keep them clean. We don't want anything building up in the tips of our fingers, and then that kind of manifesting as arthritis or swollen joints. We do not want that. So another one is a vortex revival that you can do on your foot. So again, you bring your foot up, and you can start quite close to the body, and you just start to circle. Funny sensations in the body. Okay. And you can just play with this. So it might be that you want to do 3 minutes just circling out and 3 minutes circling in. You might want to just take your hand out further, and then when you start to feel density, and you might go through that density, and then you come into another density and just work that layer. So you're working through the layers of your auric field essentially and clearing them. But I would say just do this funnel. Just imagine there's a beautiful funnel coming out of your foot, and you're just picking up the vibrations from there, and you're circling them in and out. And it might find, you might find that you just want to go in one direction. I always say balance things out, go in both, but journal, write notes. Even if it's like day 27, still don't feel anything. Note it, because what happens if on day 29 you do, This is so important. Okay, let's work this on the other side. I do think that grounding and earthing sheets can help. But now I feel like I've got a jet of water underneath my foot that's on the ground. I can just feel that energy bubbling up. Hence it's called bubbling spring, this point in Chinese acupuncture. And just because we're working one point and we're working one meridian, in fact, all 14 meridians, they're all connected as one giant meridian. So we're actually pushing energy through all the meridians, and it's beneficial overall. I would also recommend that if this is available, that you start to just bring your fingers and you do a bit of a rolling sensation in your calves and see how that feels, and become curious. Become really curious where you're feeling things, where you're not, and then you might find bits that are kind of gooey and tender and a bit sore. You might find bits that are lumpy. Again, you can go into those and you can just tap, flip your hands over, you can figure eight. Of course, this can all definitely be done on the body when you're tapping and flipping and figure eighting. I encourage people to try it in the field off the body, simply because then you have an idea of when you feel energy moving in your body compared to the touch of your fingers and the skin on your leg or your clothes picking up that sensation. And then my final one would be just gentle circles behind the knee. So I find that when these points are open and happy, you will start to feel little spirals on your kneecap. You might start to feel, okay, so I'm feeling stuff on the very top of my ankles here for some reason. Just make sure that it's relaxed. You may want to breathe out through the mouth. Anytime it's tender, you definitely want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. But if you can kind of get into that throughout this whole process, that would be fantastic. Okay, now I'm starting to feel little twitches and that is communicating to my hip. So all these little movements are just bringing things back into alignment. They're working with the electrics of your body and working on those synapses to increase the communication. So the more relaxed and like jelly our legs are, when they're relaxed, when we're not engaging that muscle to be strong, the better the communication is. And again, in here, there's going to be lots of juicy points. It's just the way the human body is designed. So I would certainly recommend getting in there and giving it a good, nice massage. Okay, I hope that serves you well. Joyful blessings.